Look around, man. Every single body has a problem. Everybody. It don't matter what walk of life you come from. It don't matter, what cards you were dealt. It doesn't matter, what walk of life you came from, what family you came from, what circumstances. Everybody has a problem. But it comes a point where you have to stop playing the blame game. You have to. And especially when you're an adult. Especially when you get to the point where you get out your parents' house, when you get to a point where you can make your own money, you can start to make your own decisions, it comes to that point where you have to stop blaming others for your problems. And again, we all come from different walks of life. Yes, we're all born in different environments that we didn't have control over to some degree, right? Like I said, you don't choose what family you come from. You don't choose if you're male or female. You don't choose your skin color or anything like that, your nationality, your sex. Like, you don't choose none of that. That's God given, right? And so, with that being said, you have to understand that those are the cards you dealt. And so, no matter what cards you dealt, you got to play them. Everybody's playing the game in life right now. Everybody's playing the hand they was dealt. And so, therefore, everybody has problems. But what everybody don't do is create solutions. They don't take control of their life. They don't take responsibility. They don't kill the victim mentality. Right? They don't escape the rat race. They don't climb out the bucket of crabs. But you can. And it all starts with the right mind state. Right? I learned years ago from this one guy I used to work with. It was this quote said, your attitude is your altitude. You can go up or you can go down. It's all about your perspective in life. And that's what the whole mind state shift is about. Taking responsibility, taking accountability, and stop pointing the fingers and playing the blame game. You have to start blaming others. That finger you've been pointing all your life, you have to point it back at yourself. It's real out here. And the thing I always say, nobody's coming to save you. They're not. Yes, some of us have a safety net, right? Some of us have parents we can live with until they gone and they deceased. But how does that make your life better if you always feel like you gotta run back for somebody to save you? Like I said, we all adults out here at this point. And so we have to parent ourselves. You remember when you did wrong when you was younger, what happened? Right? Your parents disciplined you. Not because they didn't like you, because they wanted you to correct the behavior. Right? So now that you're older as an adult, who's disciplining you? Nobody but yourself. And a lot of us never get to that point where we understand that, hey, we have to parent ourselves. And so what happens is, being that we don't parent ourselves, aka discipline ourselves, discipline our behavior to keep growing in this world, we start to feel like, hey, we don't have any control of our life. And so we start to blame this person and that person versus pointing the finger back at ourselves, versus looking at the man/woman in the mirror. But that's how it goes. A lot of us out here, and I used to be one of them, having a victim mentality, blaming others. Like I said, I think I should say in another video, blaming the white man. Because that was my environment. That was the going conversation. Oh man, these white folks over here, they ain't let me get these type of jobs and this and that. Right? But look around. Plenty of people are thriving. Plenty. And not only white, black, Hispanic, but it's all about the mind state shift. That's the only way you're gonna save yourself from being a victim, from pointing the finger at other people for your problems. Right? Nobody told you to run that credit card debt up. Nobody told you to a lot of people told you to go to school, but you didn't have to. You could have went and did a trade. Right? Nobody told you to date this guy. Nobody told you to have a baby bound. Nobody told you to marry this woman who wouldn't give you the right stuff you need to raise a family right and build a household. Nobody told you to take care of somebody else's kids. when they have the abilities to do it themselves, right? Nobody told you not to put this person on child support when they weren't doing right. Nobody told you to have a baby with 3, 4 chicks. Like, man, round and round we go. Everybody got problem. Everybody can point the finger at this situation, that situation. Everybody got it problems. But until you start to point the finger back at yourself, nothing ever get fixed. You'll constantly be in the same position, peaking at your point in your life until you're ready to go to the next level. And the only way you do that, like I said, is stop blaming other people for your problems. And one thing that I did to help me was not even about having a victim mentality, was like, man, why am I not winning? Why do I keep taking L's? Okay, let me step back. Let me view with all the problems I had. Why am I having problems? Man, what's the one thing that keep popping up? Me. In every situation, I'm like, man, this person, that person did. Nah, I'm in every single scenario is me. It was me. And so that, once I realized that, it was a game changer. I started to understand that, hey, once I take control of me knowing what the same issue was, then I can fix it. And I started to. And it started to redevelop me, started to change my identity, started to change my way of thinking. Went from, I changed myself into a problem, a solution maker. Not just a problem maker, a solution maker. I started to understand that if there's a problem, there's a solution. That's the balance of life. So, especially for my husbands out there, man, I made a video. And again, I always say they connect. All my videos connected. But again, we have to be the leaders out here. We have to take accountability and responsibility for what's going on with the marriages, what's going on for people even trying to date, how women be treated. I think, again, it just come back to us taking accountability and responsibility. We have to be the leaders, but we have to start with redeveloping ourselves, killing that old identity of the blame and the victims. That's just where it started. I just made a video. Go do therapy. If you feel like you stuck, you can't really focus and get a clear point of view or clear path to start to change and take responsibility, go to therapy. A lot of us are holding on to the past. Right? A lot of us feel like we can't control our own life. And so we use other avenues to get authority or something like that and take it out on other people. Versus we need to take and kick our own ass out here. That's where it starts. So, listen, well, I can talk all day, but what it comes down to is stop having the victim mentality. Stop pointing the finger unless you're going to point at yourself and you take your own blame. Everybody got problems out here. You have to save yourself first before you try to lead anybody, before you try to, help anybody. Help yourself first. Help yourself first. That's why they even say on the airplane, if there's an emergency and they drop the mask, put yours on first. Put yours on first and then put somebody else's on. Right? Put your life vest on first, then put somebody else on. You can't help nobody if everybody broke. If you broke, how you gonna help another broke person? It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense, man. So, hit a like on the video, drop a comment below, and subscribe if it's your first time at the Husband Code or you've been watching my videos. I appreciate it. Go and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And until then, take responsibility, take accountability, stop with the victim mentality, and stop playing the blame game. I'm out. Peace.